now time for the NXT Takeover Chicago wrap-up. I am Ryan Young. King of Controversy is out for this Monday. He'll be back on Wednesday. Now let's talk about it. Let's how the show kicked off. First match of the evening was Roderick Strong going one-on-one against Eric Young. And of course, these guys have been going back and forth over the last couple of months, mainly because of Roderick Strong Eric Young trying to get Roderick Strong to join his team Sanity. And it hasn't happened month after month. And then, of course, Roderick Strong just a couple of months ago, the birth of his son, that got thrown into it. And of course, just like Roderick Strong said, when you're a father, you don't take kindly to people throwing your kid's name around and mentioning your family. So what a good match to kick off the show. Roderick Strong, Eric Young, both guys that have wrestled for a very long time, and overall a great matchup. Roderick Strong able to get the victory over Eric Young. It was pretty much a 3-on-1 match for most of this match, as the other two members of Sanity, Nikki Cross, was not out there, mainly because she had a women's title match later on in the night. So it was a victory for Roderick Strong, as he was able to take out pretty much, even from the beginning, he came out from, I guess, the crowd, and he was able to take out most of Sanity. Match number 2 of the evening for the WWE United Kingdom title. It was Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne. Of course, this was the finals of the tournament that took place in January, getting the rematch. Jim Ross was on commentary for this match. Great job by him, as always. It's always good to get a chance to hear him call a match. I was at WrestleMania, so I didn't get a chance to hear him do commentary during the main event for The Undertaker and Roman Reigns. But a great match overall, and of course, you're going to see that because these two guys know each other. They've wrestled very well. They had a very good first match. You can only imagine how the second match was going to be. It was great, but this time we have a different outcome. Pete Dunne is your winner. He is your brand new United Kingdom champion, and with the new show coming up, this is a very big chance now for Pete Dunne to be able to highlight, and he's going to be the face of that brand. And I figured Allstate Arena would go nuts with this, not only JR announcing, but with these two guys get an opportunity to showcase in front of one of the best, and I'm not just saying that because I'm not from there, but close to it, and I've loved the city of Chicago, but one of the best wrestling cities in this country is in Chicago. Match number 3 was for the NXT Women's title. Triple threat. Was supposed to be a fatal 4-way. Of course, the injury to Ember Moon, she announced, I believe, on the pre-show, she'll be out for 6 months. So, of course, and they showed her. She's up in the stands watching this match. It was a good match. Nikki Cross, Ruby Riott, both women had an opportunity to win this match. But once again, Asuka, she ends this match by pinning both women. So now the question is, does either one of these women have the opportunity to be able to get another shot? Because, of course, in a triple threat match, one of them usually has a chance. One of them gets pinned, and then usually the second one, maybe. You're not really sure. But overall, I think a great matchup, like I said, but Asuka gets a victory, pins both women. Now who's next in the women's division for NXT? Not really sure. Then in match number 4 was the NXT Championship. They saved the main event, and we'll tell you why in a minute, but Bobby Roode, he wasn't only glorious, but he was victorious. He gets a win over Hideo Itami in a match that you saw the go-to-sleep be hit in the city of Chicago. And of course, you wrestling fans know what I'm talking about when I say that. Because, of course, CM Punk, formerly from Chicago, but the GTS has a chance to hit it, but Bobby Roode able to get the victory. He retains. He knew he was going to retain. I don't think there's really anyone right now in line. I think maybe Roderick Strong could be one of the next men in line to get that opportunity for the NXT Championship, possibly down the line, possibly NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, which is SummerSlam weekend in August, unless they do another TakeOver before then. And then finally, your main event for the NXT Tag Team titles. It was a ladder match. Authors of Pain get the victory. You saw ladders break. It was just a great match. You never saw. It was just a match where you never thought you'd see that much chaos in a ladder match. You saw, like I said, ladders break all over the place, but Authors of Pain able to finish it, do it, and then at the end, you see DIY out there, everyone chanting their name, then they get out to the entranceway, and they show the ending credit, which on the bottom of the screen pretty much says, okay, it's over. Well, not for Tommaso Ciampa. He turns on Johnny Gargano, throws him into the LED board, throws him into the broadcast table, then does this back. He thought he was going to do it on the table. He goes backwards, pretty much annihilates Johnny Gargano, and the show ends with Gargano being taken off on a stretcher, and Tommaso Ciampa just sitting there and enjoying what he did. So I think this is probably going to be a storyline that's going to go all summer, and this is probably, you're going to see this come to a head at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, which is in the middle of August. I believe August the 19th it should be. So we'll see what happens there. But I think a great takeover in Chicago. A great city for it. Wish I could have been there. But, of course, we were at Backlash on Sunday. We're going to take a time out when we come back. We're going to have the Backlash wrap-up from somewhere in Chicago. We'll figure it out. And then we'll be back here in segment 3 to preview Raw and SmackDown. From the Allstate Arena in Chicago, this is the Backlash wrap-up representing the Ringside Report. I am Ryan Young. Anthony Smoothie's nowhere to be found, which is a good thing. So let's start this thing off by what happened, the kickoff. By the way, I'm joined by my niece and nephew are filling in for this one, Braden and Bristol. Say hi, guys.
Hi!
Let's start this off by the kickoff show. Ty Dillinger defeats Aiden English. Your thoughts of the Perfect 10? You like them?
Yes!
It's going to be one of those. And then your opening match, Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
You like Nakamura?
Yes.
You guys sound like Daniel Bryan. The SmackDown Tag Team titles, the Usos defeat Breezango. I'm a little upset about that one. I wanted Breezango to win it. I like the Fashion Files. Then you have Sami Zayn defeating Baron Corbin. You like Sami Zayn?
Yes.
Someone has to. And then you have the Welcome Committee defeating Charlotte, Naomi, and Becky Lynch. You like, who's your favorite diva or woman?
Naomi.
And then you're wearing a Sasha Banks shirt. You like her?
Yes.
And then you have for the United States title, AJ Styles loses to Kevin Owens by count out. Therefore, that match is probably going to be a rematch coming up at Money in the Bank, which is on Father's Day. And then you have the Luke Harper defeated Eric Rowan, quote-unquote, bathroom break. And then in your main event, you have Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal wins. What about Maharahi? Or whatever it's called.
Nah.
You don't like him?
No.
Well, no one likes Randy Orton anymore, and everyone wanted JBL fired. But that's the Backlash wrap-up. Now it's time for the sights and sounds of Backlash. Then back to Studio 1 for segment 3. course, right there you saw the Backlash wrap-up from the Allstate Arena, or from Chicago. As, of course, it was a Smackdown pay-per-view. Great opportunity, great chance. As always, stay the night in the city. Or not in the city, Rosemont. They always brag it's always Chicago. It's not Chicago, it's Rosemont. But nonetheless, fun weekend as always. When wrestling comes in, of course, just coming off WrestleMania, a week that it takes me a while to want to get back into to go to a wrestling show when you go to 6 in 6 days, but nonetheless, always love the opportunity to go to WWE in Chicago. Let's preview Raw and SmackDown. Raw tonight from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Of course, they're getting ready for Extreme Rules, which will take place on Sunday, June the 4th, and it should be a good show. I mean, it always not always a good show, but you're hoping for some more build-up towards Extreme Rules. Of course, the Fatal 5-Way, where the winner is going to face Brock Lesnar, most likely at the Great Balls of Fire. That's going to be an interesting matchup, because I think whoever's going to win that, I think, and this is what I think it's going to be Seth Rollins or it's going to be Finn Balor. One of them two got to win, because it looks like, apparently it's work that Braun Strowman's out for 6 months. He's going to get the match at SummerSlam. Probably will return at Great Balls of Fire to address Brock Lesnar. So I think that's where, I think it's supposed to catch some people off guard. Apparently it's a report, I believe it might have been even David Meltzer to report. It's not a 6 month injury. So when you have that, I think it's going to be probably Seth Rollins, Finn Balor. It would be nice to see Finn Balor get his opportunity. So of course Seth Rollins as well lost his opportunity at SummerSlam to Finn Balor, the first ever Universal Championship match. So I think it's going to be one of those two to get the opportunity. Not sure which one, but if I had to put money on it right now, I would say Finn Balor wins. He gets the opportunity at Great Balls of Fire against Brock Lesnar. And then of course I think eventually, I don't know when, but I think that'd be a perfect time if you're going to build up towards SummerSlam. You got to probably get Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman, so maybe Braun Strowman interferes, and that's how that happens there. So I think that's my prediction. So, and of course, I believe not till the middle of June, I believe, you're not going to see Brock Lesnar in the house. So once again, that Universal title has not been seen since WrestleMania, the night after WrestleMania. So a lot of people who were upset that Roman was champion, or this one was champion, or Goldberg was champion, but at least you saw the title somewhat. You haven't seen the title in over a month on Monday Night Raw, so then people, they shut up real quick. So that is Raw tonight. Of course, Tuesday night it'll be in Toledo, Ohio, the aftermath of what took place at Backlash on Sunday. Who is it? Who is the WWE champion? Did the Viper keep the championship, or is it Jinder Mahal? Did he walk out? Maharaj, or whatever he calls it. Did the Singh brothers help him? That's a question that was answered last night at Backlash. Now, of course, was Jinder Mahal being able to do it? Now, the betting odds that are usually right about who wins on, I believe, Saturday night changed into Jinder Mahal's favor, but that could also mean he won by disqualification. Of course, we're taping this beforehand, so Jinder Mahal is that the opportunity that he won that match? Did Jinder Mahal win it by DQ, which leads it into possibly something taking place at Money in the Bank in July? So that could have played into it as well. Then you also have the other matches that took place. You have Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan. I'm over that whole thing. Nakamura, Dolph Ziggler. Now, does that, with Nakamura and Ziggler, does the winner of that match now move into a possible opportunity to be a #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, possibly going into Money in the Bank? Or, because I believe Baron Corbin is going to be the odds-on favorite to win the Money in the Bank. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for him to be able to showcase and be in that main event picture. He's been in there every once in a while, but that's pretty much a guarantee lock. He's going to be a world champion within the next 365 days with winning that. So maybe that is Jinder Mahal wins it and then can cash it in right away, and he's only getting the title for a month, but at least getting a little bit of a run for WWE tag team titles. Breezango's been a great thing, but were they able to capitalize on win the tag team titles, or are the Usos still the tag team champions? And of course, you got the United States title, AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens, and I'm taping this before. I gotta probably already say this was match of the night between two guys that know each other very well, that have been in that ring hundreds of times. So who's in there? So again, all these questions will be answered coming up, and more leading into Money in the Bank, which will be on Father's Day, I believe June the 18th, 19th, something like that. So that should be fun. So Backlash was Sunday, and of course SmackDown, of course Monday Night Raw tonight on USA Network at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, same time, same place for SmackDown. So of course, preview for Wednesday. The King of Controversy will be back. He took the weekend off, so he's in just long weekend, so he'll be back on Wednesday. We're going to recap Raw, preview Ring of Honor, NXT, and Impact. So that's all coming up on Wednesday's show. Don't forget Ringside Report 500 coming up on Friday, June the 16th, as we have just a great show, and we really wish for all you people that have watched us for all this time to be able to have the opportunity over 3 years. Please watch that show. You're not going to want to miss it. That's going to do it for me. I'm Ryan Youngton. Thank you for watching the Ringside Report, your front row seat to all things wrestling.